Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about something very important in irrigation and water resources engineering, that is evapotranspiration. Now let me ask you one simple question. How do we know how much water a crop actually needs? We cannot just guess, right? If we give too much water, it causes waterlogging and wastage. If we give too little water, crops become stressed and yield reduces. So today I will clearly explain what is evapotranspiration, why it is important, and how engineers estimate it using both experimental and theoretical methods. Let's get started. In this video, we are going to study about the step-by-step procedure in order to estimate evapotranspiration. First, we will understand what evapotranspiration actually means. Before going to the topic, let's recall what is duty, delta, and base period and consumptive use of crops. So, in this topic, we are going to apply a design thinking based approach in order to estimate the evapotranspiration of crops. So, there are 5 stages of design thinking as we already know: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and testing. We are going to apply the same concept to irrigation engineering to improve crop yield, water requirements, and manage that irrigation. So, in this video, we will understand what evapotranspiration actually means. Then we will see why it is important in irrigation planning. After that, we will discuss experimental methods used in the field. Then we will move to the theoretical methods that use climate data and formulas. And finally, we will understand the factors affecting evapotranspiration. By the end of this video, this topic will be crystal clear. In this slide, now let's understand the core concept. Evapotranspiration is made up of two processes. One is evaporation and next is transpiration. Evaporation is when water from soil or water bodies turns into vapor due to heat from the sun. Transpiration happens when plant absorbs water through their roots and release water vapor through tiny pores in their leaves. So when both processes happen together in a field crop, we call it evapotranspiration or simply ET. In simple words, ET is the total water lost from soil and plants to the atmosphere. For example, if 5 millimeters per day, it means the crop is losing 5 millimeters of water daily. So we must supply that much of water through irrigation to maintain healthy growth. That's why evapotranspiration directly determines the crop water requirement. Now you may ask why it is so important. Because irrigation planning depends on the total amount of evapotranspiration. If you over irrigate, water gets wasted, soil nutrients washes away, energy cost increases. If you under irrigate, crop stress increases, growth slowdowns and yield also reduces. So evapotranspiration help us to apply right amount of water to at the right time. So the estimation of evapotranspiration using experimental and theoretical methods follows a design thinking approach where the farmers and engineers understand the crop water needs, identify the problem in estimating evapotranspiration, think various methods to calculate evapotranspiration, and test using lysimeter, pan, and various formulas, and compare the results and refine the methods. So we are following the 5 stage design thinking approach in estimating the evapotranspiration. So in empathize stage of design thinking, we understand the farmer's needs and also engineers and water resource planners needs, and also to identify the problem what they are facing, because too much of water waste and give little damage to the crops. So we must know how much water that the crop actually needs to grow. The next stage of design thinking is define. In this stage, we accurately estimate the evaporate transpiration for different crops using both experimental and theoretical methods. In this, we can estimate the evapotranspiration very accurately and more practical, which helps in planning various irrigation methods in future. The next stage of design thinking is ideate. In this stage, we arrive at different possible solutions. Various methods adopted in estimation of evapotranspiration, such as lysimeter, evaporation pan, field water balance method, and also various theoretical methods such as Blaney-Criddle, Thornthwaite, and Hargreaves method. Each idea is discussed in this stage, and we are choosing the best method, which is accurate, which is simple, and which needs more data. Next stage of design thinking is prototyping. In this stage, we install instruments in the field, collect various data using different formulas, and record the evapotranspiration values. So during the test and result stage, we finally compare the results with all the other methods and finding the optimum method, which is highly helpful in estimating the evapotranspiration, which will be useful for the farmers in accurately estimating the total amount of water which is actually required for the plant growth, which ensures high yield and crop productivity. Thank you for listening to this video. Hope this video found useful, and do like, subscribe, share and comment on this video. Meet again in another video. Thank you all.